Well, we certainly are, Graham. Whether it's your favorite coffee shop or trendy neighborhood eatery or just your local hangout, regardless of where they're located, these hubs of refuge always have one thing in common. It's the atmosphere and mood set by the decor and interior that creates a space that you want to be in. Someone who knows this all too well is Leigh-anne, leading interior designer to the super trendy spots like Clark's and Merchants. And he joins us in studio to share his tips and secrets to what makes or breaks these creativity or these creative city spaces. Liam, so good to have you on our Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, this is so true. You know, when I walk into a place, something that usually catches my attention and sets the tone of my experience there is the decor and the interior, more than the menu. Why is this, and why did you accept this brief to turn these spaces into something so wonderful?
Well, I think that when you eat at a restaurant or a cafe, the experience is generally sensory on all levels.
Yeah.
So you obviously have the food, which is a great sensory experience, but there are so many other aspects to your experience, like smell, sound, touch, and sight. You know, those are more important, those are very important, you know, in creating kind of an entire overall effect.
So I heard about you that you love displaying a natural mix of industrial design as well as a flair for creating modern interiors.
Yeah.
Why did you go this route?
Well, I think it's important to mix different styles in a space so that it feels natural. You know, when you focus too heavily on one style, it makes the space feel three-dimensional. It's important to bring in natural elements and mix them with industrial elements in any space, just to make it feel a little bit more livable, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that I am very pedantic about is lighting.
Yeah.
Lighting plays such a massive role in setting the mood and the atmosphere of a particular place. What are some of the biggest trends in lighting at the moment?
Well, the first thing about lighting is that it should never be harsh lighting.
Yes, definitely.
You know, try and stay away from fluorescent lighting unless you're at the dentist's office.
True.
So soft lighting, mood lighting, generally lower lighting makes everything look a lot better.
Now, I know that creating a very distinctive look for a particular place can be quite a challenge. And, you know, there are some trials. What would be some of the challenge that you think you would face when it comes to revamping a particular space?
Well, I've worked on some pretty hairy deadlines.
I'm sure you have.
You know, we've had situations where we were doing the last coat of paint before people came in like half an hour later. But generally things go quite smoothly.
Yeah.
As long as you have a great relationship with your builder and a great relationship with the client, then things can generally run quite well.
Yeah, well, I've got such a massive respect for everything that you as interior designers do, especially with shows like Win a Home that takes us behind the scenes to how things are actually, you know, how it all comes about. But we're going to be catching up with you a little bit later as we do some DIY. And if you want to know how to incorporate these trendy decor tips from our coolest hangouts into your home, well, then we've got you covered, as Liam will be joining us again a little bit later on in the show just to show us how. So make sure that you stick around for that. It is time for us to find out what's happening on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Graham, over to you.